We're here on the train to Inverness. It's going to be a 3.5-hour train, so it's going to be a bit of a long one.
Yeah, and it's raining, so we'll see what it's like when we get to Inverness.
Hopefully it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll take some videos along the way, provided it's not awful outside.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we're just apparently crossing one of the 3 bridges from Edinburgh into the rest of Scotland, and it's a very cool view from up here. It is, as you can see, incredibly rainy. And this is the weather we expected to have the entirety of the time in UK, but we've only got 3 days left and we're only just getting it now, so I call that a win. We're just in Inverness, taking a walk along the river, and that is Inverness Castle up there.
And one church there.
Yeah.
And one church over there.
Yeah. And one church there. Man, there's a lot of churches, and there's another one there. And we are on a bridge at the moment, by the way. So, it stopped raining briefly. We're not quite sure how long it'll last. We're kind of hoping for the rest of the day, but probably not.
I mean, with the colour of those clouds over there.
Probably not.
Probably not.
This wee dwelling here is called Leonach Cottage. And this version of the building was built in the 1900s atop the original foundations of a building that used to be here on the day of the battle, which itself was a casualty of the conflict. A Jacobite cannonball was found stuck in the turf wall of the original building. Now, following the Battle of Culloden, the British Army began what is known as the pacification of the Highlands, a military occupation of the north of Scotland, to arrest any Jacobites or Jacobite sympathisers. Around 3,500 men, women and children were all arrested on suspicion of being a Jacobite, the youngest arrested being a boy at the age of 7. The British government then began to pass laws and legislations to destroy the Highland way of life as a form of punishment. Clan chiefs restricted their powers, and acts and legislation was put in place that banned or heavily restricted Highland men from wearing tartan, wearing the kilt, possessing a weapon, speaking the Gaelic language, or gathering in large groups. In the 40 years these acts were in place, the only way a Highland Scottish man could get those things back and wear them and do them legally was if, and only if, he joined the British government army and was put into a Highland regiment. Now, the 2 men of the battle, what happened with them? Following his only ever defeat, Prince Charles called off the Jacobite rising altogether and then went on the run until September of 1746, when he got shipped back to France. During the 7 Years' War, he did try to start a 5th Jacobite rising, but the French government refused to support him. He never returned to Scotland, becoming a broken alcoholic and dying alone in Rome of a stroke on the 31st of January 1788 at the age of 67. Cumberland, meanwhile, he had a couple of early celebrations following the battle. His victory here at Culloden that made him a war hero, gave him a raise in salary. He had a song made about him called See the Conquering Hero Comes. The English named a flower after him called Sweet William. And the Scots named a weed after him called Stinking Billy. However, Cumberland did not get the luxury of a really great life after Culloden, because throughout his entire military career as Commander-in-Chief of the British Army, Culloden was in fact his only ever victory. Following a number of defeats, particularly at the hands of the French, he renounced his title as Commander-in-Chief and had greatly angered his father King George, who straight up disowned him. Like Charles, he also died of a stroke, but this time on the 31st of October 1765 at the age of just 44. The Battle of Culloden was the last ever pitched land battle to be fought here on the British Isles, and it changed not just British history, but world history altogether. Many Jacobites fled their homes to avoid persecution, either to the safety of mainland Europe or to the New World, to start new lives in brand new settlements. Now, one of the settlements they might have fled to might actually be a wee place in Jamaica, which is called Culloden.
How heavy is it?
About 7 kilos?
So
That's my estimation.
okay, let me. Hey. So
we've spent the afternoon at Culloden Moor battlefield.
it has been very, very, very rainy until about now.
And very cold, about 11 degrees.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rain shut off literally about 10 minutes ago, so we came back out into the battlefield after the museum closed.
To actually have a look.
Yeah.
We got about another 20 minutes before the next bus, because they don't come
it
every
comes
hour.
Yeah.
The next one after that's not till, from what I saw on your, at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so we gotta catch the
We
6:30.
gotta catch this one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's really cool out here. Fun little
Both
tidbit.
temperature and awesome.
Fun tidbit of information that we learned from the tour is that it wasn't a religious war. It wasn't between Catholic and Protestant, and it wasn't between the Scots and the English. It was literally just a kingmaker war.
Yeah, so
That's fun, because there were Scots on both sides and Catholics and Protestants on both sides.
it was
it's-
very much a mixed kind of
Yeah.
thing, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's been a fun day.
Kind of hoping the weather clears up a bit for tomorrow for the Loch Ness. So we're supposed to ride over to that. At this point, I'm not sure that's going to happen.
I mean, the weather says that it's not gonna rain, but this is Scotland.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that does. And so we have plans to do Inverness Castle and something else. We'll figure it
Bum
out.
around for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Because yeah, tomorrow night we've got the Caledonian sleep back to London.
Which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's 13 hours on the train though.
We'll be asleep for most of it.
Yeah,
though.
that's fair.
So.
Anyway,
Alright, bye.
bye.